Good morning from Sacred Space at Titania's Realm. It's still the 11th of July 2024 and it's 11:36 a.m. We got cut off when I went to show you the photo of the lovely mushroom that came up on the day of my mother's funeral. So I'm going to attempt to show it to you again and hope I don't get cut off again. So here we go. Trepidly, with trepidation, focusing on the mushroom and the little caterpillar that Jared made for me. Very cute. So this obviously is video part 2, and we'll carry on. I'm not very don't have a lot of breath in me, but we'll just carry on regardless. Actually, dear, wrote Kellyanne, I think it's meant to be, who the fuck is Alice? And I replied, but Alice is not here, honey. Only that stoner caterpillar waiting to fly. Besides, we all know who Alice is. And I posted a meme. Magic is in your heart. Yes, it is. 11th of July 2018. A sweet surprise from Sacred Space this morning. Indeed it was. A lovely surprise. The hyacinths. Just bathed the beau and clipped his nails. He was stinky and accidentally clawed me while I was sitting with the cats on the spare bed, so it was on for young and old. I had to run to the bathroom to pour Dettol on my bleeding big toe and put band-aids on. Bobo is clean now, but running around the house shaking out his doggy protest. I am utterly exhausted. The weird nerve pain in my left thigh is back. I hope it doesn't get as bad as it was in January. I had planned to attempt to replace the rubber seal in the washing machine today, but frankly now, I don't give a damn. Can wait another day. Also, rain is impending. It was a beautiful sunny day earlier. Here I posted a meme. It's a picture of our beautiful blue planet taken from out at space, and it says, I'm not here to fit into your world, I'm here to build my own. And here I write, this is in 2018, so sick of borderline friends who every time I am extremely weak with illness try to claw back attention by threatening suicide. 'Tis extremely distressing. Time for a cull. Suicide is for real-world emergencies, not trivial bullshit or attention-seeking or guilt-tripping or manipulating. My friend Laura Martin wrote, sounds like we're both having a bad day with narcissists. And Kellyanne wrote, Jesus, sorry people threaten suicide over trivial BS. Cowards. Always a steady supply of tiny-minded cowards and trolls in this life. Cull all toxic relationships and or friendships doing you harm. You have suffered enough. Life is too short. If they're acting like that, they don't deserve a moment more of your valuable time and energy. Matter of fact, if I ever become toxic, I'd ask you to please include me in your next cull, because I never want to be the source of any pain for you or anyone else I care about. Take care of you. Kiss Nort. I did indeed cull that particular friend. It was really kind of wicked what she was doing, not just to me as a friend, but to her partner as well. holding us all emotionally hostage. The gang, and it's the cats sitting up on the bed being happy little pussy cats. Right, where are we now? Here I posted a meme. I love this. I still love this to this day. It's two little old ladies and one says to the other, "My joints are stiff," and the other one says, "You're rolling them too tight." Every time I see that, I just can't help giggling and laughing about that. Not that I've ever been, much of a cannabis user, but wow, it's just that kind of dry humour. It's just delightful. Pardon me. 11th of July 2017. I stopped taking GastroStop 2 weeks ago. I googled withdrawal symptoms, and apparently after long-term usage it can give you the same symptoms as opiate withdrawal. I've been on it for 10 years. Chronic stress causes diarrhea as the vagus nerve is under pressure. I've been experiencing hot and cold chills, anxiety, racing thoughts, anger, diarrhea, stomach cramps, pain in my chest and upper back, hot flushes, fatigue, which is normal for me. I don't want to continue to take loperamide, but if I have to because of bowel issues, I will go back on it. I just want to get off most of my medications. I've been free of antidepressants for 14 months now. Try 8 years now. Yay me. I want to be healthy for my older age. Well, unfortunately that hasn't manifested, but not for lack of trying, people of Earth. Wow, I don't take it. This is Kellyanne. Wow, I don't take it regularly, but occasionally I use it to help with endometriosis. Glad to know that. I'll make sure I watch my usage so I don't find myself relying on it. And I replied, I tried the slippery L mix with my porridge this morning. My tummy has behaved, but my mood is still all over the place. I guess I will have to let my body be my guide. Weaning off medications properly can take weeks or even months. Fortunately, I was taking a low dose, but quit cold turkey, so it had not occurred to me that I was undergoing withdrawal. Yeah, I have been diagnosed with that. Just talking about diverticulitis, I think. They cut out polyps every 3 years. Grr, horrible. I just want to stop being dependent on drugs for every little thing. But as I said earlier, if my digestive system won't let me live free, then I will have to take meds. So far today, my gut has behaved itself, lol. Charlie has had a big appetite for the past 2 days. Me too. It must be the cold nights. I have been dealing with a great deal of anger, so keeping myself quietly contained until this storm of temperament passes. I hope I feel better soon. I've been through a lot this year, and delayed trauma reactions can be intense. I need time to sit with myself and heal. My friend Tarina posted a link, The Energy of the Thunder Moon, July full moon 2017. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that really hurts. 11th of July 2016, 5:15 a.m. I literally bombed at 11 p.m. last night from exhaustion, now averaging 6 hours sleep per night. Far out. Asthma is still bad. Crystal tried to Skype me at 11:30 p.m, but I was too exhausted to talk to her or anyone. I was hypomanic yesterday. I think I was definitely over-functioning from exhaustion, but Annette and I got a lot unpacked and set up most of her apartment. Right now, I feel kind of sick. My stomach churns, but with the urge to run screaming into the night, laughing my ass off. Someone set a fire in my belly. This too shall pass. I'm going to make a cup of tea, then try to get more sleep. The life of a berserker is terminally exhausting, but as Lynn says, it is all about balance, coming back into alignment after decades of trauma. I just got to keep breathing, rinse and repeat until I die. Laughing out loud. We are entering the domain of the crones. No rest for the wicked, laughing my ass off. Eating tinned peaches as I am out of chocolate, desperate for sweets. Gee, that would be nice right now. I'm not overly hungry, but I just feel like something sweet and soft and easy to chew on. I'm really weak today, people of Earth. I really am. But anyway, as usual, I'm holding my own. It's so cold, peaches out of the fridge is not cool, laughing out loud. Trigger warning. Here's a photo of my little friend and I, childhood friend, Rosalind and myself. She was taller than me, but she was a year younger than me. And very sweet little girls we were, the two of us. You know, in some ways it is hard to look at this childhood photo without some measure of pain. I was such a wild, carefree, joyous spirit, even then as a child. 'Tis a beautiful photo as I remember that day, even that moment, being one of the happiest of my life. As you can see, Rosalind was much taller than I, even though she is 9 months younger than I. She has 4 older brothers. I had a half-sister 15 years older who married the year I was in this photo. Our only close friend, Rosalind's and mine, was Lynn Robertson, my true sister. Oh, how we used to fight. Lynn was 4 years older than I. But Rosalind and I were like a dynamic duo. Oh, I've read this before. I read this recently about how Muriel Hodemakers, her mother, called me out for kicking her in the knee, and I'm not going to repeat all that. It's in another video recently. I don't know why these stories are repeating. It's not like me to make mistakes like that or overlapping. Anyway. Yes, I've definitely read that all out to you before. Alright, let me go down here. Mushu must die. He just did an epic, stinky, huge poo under my bed. I had to get up and lie under the bed on the icy cold timber floor to shimmy under to get to clean it up. Evil little bastard. He does this regularly, at least once per week. I have no idea why. He used to be the cleanest of all my cats. If he weren't so adorable, I would strangle him with my bare hands. I talk like that, but of course I wouldn't. I love my animals. He knew he was naughty, so he bolted into the spare room, tried to hide under the spare bed. I grabbed him and threw him outside. Now back in my bed, gasping for air. Beauregard asked nicely to go outside half an hour before that, so I'd already been up to let him out. I got to Skype with Crystal at 6 a.m. too. So busy, albeit exhausting morning. I might try to sleep for another couple of hours. And then Jared sent me a meme. I'm not crazy. My reality is just different than yours. It's another Alice in Wonderland reference. The Cheshire Cat. Even the bones in my legs ache, like really ache. It's weird. My little Frida had a near-death experience today. I wrapped her up warm, settled her down. I hope she survives the cold night. She truly is fabulous. I need that dog and/or dickhead-free zone ASAP. By that I meant I needed to make a proper pen where he couldn't get to him. 11th of July 2015. I received a letter from the person's lawyer that claims I have publicly defamed him on Facebook. I responded that I will go to court on this issue. I have not publicly defamed him, but I will not be silenced on the issue of child sexual abuse. I stated I have the support of my psychiatrist. Next battle ensues. 5:05 p.m. Where is my life going? Another day flicked off like the proverbial bird. Life ain't getting any easier, but it certainly is speeding up. Getting older, wiser, lonelier is not for sissies. The price I have to pay for my crondom. Alter Egos are playing tonight at the casino. They are a good band. My heart is aching. I have another sinus infection. It will be a cold night. I will see how I feel later. I need to move on with my love life, but it is so hard when you love someone and they play you like a dog chew toy, especially when it is all my fault for being blindly loyal, loving and vulnerable. I'm referring to Dave here. Kick my own ass and just keep dancing to oblivion, I guess. Yesterday I was blissfully happy, and today bombed out to shattered shrapnel of denial, grief and utter betrayals. The world can spin on a dime. I just wish my chariot of fire would quit doing burnouts and wheelies and crash uncontrollably. I need to get back on that horse and ride into the sunset and never come back. Indeed I do, even now, 9 years later. Jesus. But anyway, 11th of July 2014, 2:17 a.m, home from Irish Murphy's. Joe and I rocked out with Jabba Woot. The place was hopping, skipping and jiving. Love it a lot. Some random guy handed me a piece of baklava and I quipped, "You want me to have your cake and eat it too?" I ate it. It was delicious. Halfway through, I laughed hysterically as I fell in love with a man over a piece of baklava too. In the beginnings, or should say, in our beginnings are our endings. Or perhaps the sweet syrupy honey and almond cake is a sign, a metaphor for my life. Kiss me, honey, honey, kiss me. Thrill me, honey, honey, thrill me. Don't stop even if I blow my top, 'cause honey, honey, I love you. Blech, sorry. Old programming from my fucked up, abusive, love addict, narcissist, sociopath, parents, my petticoat is slipping, spews. They did such a number on my head in my entire life that now I am completely unable to get a meaningful relationship or sustain one. That's not technically true. It's not my fault that the men that were drawn to me were married or unavailable, or, the ones in the past were psychopaths. I guess it is kind of my fault. They must have thought they would have a nice, convenient little victim, and then they bit off more than they can chew when they tried to chew up the Tanya boys. Anyway, some things are spiritual too. It's like the spirit's constantly whipping and wetting me and whelping me and honing me and sharpening me. Oh dear goddess. Not all my fault, but hard to get out of the starting block when you can't smell a rat and eke out a living or identify a no-goodnik in the very first place. Years of therapy, and I'm doomed to remain single. Blech. No regrets. Je ne regrette rien. I love my freedom. By the way, Baklava dude got kicked out for headbutting, and I feel bad for eating his cake. It could be laced with honey? Wait for it. Paranoia just kicked in. Can honey give you paranoia? Birdies are around Charlie, I heard them. Sounded like the king parrot, to be honest. Haven't seen him in a long, long time. Oh well, I might be wrong. 11th of July 2013. Jasmine started a fashion design course this week. She sent me her first design. I'm so happy for her that she's finally doing what she loves. Crystal had a screen test for a short film last night. I hope she branches out into film and TV acting. Her new business, Clown Play, is starting to build nicely. Grateful, happy mother here. Sailors are in town and I want to go out, lol. Think I will stay home, keep warm and overcome my bug instead. Blech. I took Julie out for a few hours. We enjoyed dancing and people watching. 11th of July 2011. Freshly made bed with fresh clean sheets is sheer bliss. I slept 12 hours last night, plus a few hours I napped the day before to stop me missing Courtney so much, plus the 12 hours the night before that. I feel less tired tonight, but starting to flag, lol. Only been awake for 6 hours. I need a good party just to feel alert and alive, laughing out loud. 11th of July 2010. A quiet couple of days, but you'll all be significantly amazed. I cleaned the loo, bathroom floor, did some dishes in the bath because there were too many, changed my sheets and cooked dinner for my darling Courtney. Wow. Anyway. Oh my goddess of domesticity, praise me, your vagrant, flagrant disavower. Laughing out loud. Getting there. Oh, and my lounge room looks tidy too. I almost scare myself. My childhood friend Philip wrote, I don't believe it, Tani. Have you changed? And I replied, nah, just can't afford a cleaning lady anymore, or for the last 16 years. And Courtney's sister wrote, does this mean the sky is about to fall down? And Jared wrote, I guess hell just froze over. Aren't they mean to me? But I did have a long period of doing nothing after my mother's death. I just completely shut down everything. Yup, 2 blue moons, frozen hell, a cow jumping over the moon makes Tanya a clean freak. Scary. Karen wrote, ha ha ha, the number of times I've thought about doing the dishes in the bath but I've never done it. You are my hero and role model. I said, just lay a towel on the floor next to the bath to act as drainage and clean the bath before you get in it next. Lol. I also clean it before I do the dishes in it. I love being a schlub, but it's making me think of creative ways to deal with housework. Laughing out loud. I did that quite often when it got out of control, the dishes. Clean them in the bath, and it works very well. It's just a bigger sink when you think about it. And when you're not well and you're not coping and there's no one to help you, you just make things work, babies. Here's my beautiful Bella Rosa. Greatly missed. All the other animals greatly missed. Miss Crystal Natalia Aarons, graduate of University of Southern Queensland, Bachelor of Theatre Arts. Okay, I got that wrong the other day. I thought it was Fine Arts, but Theatre Arts is logical since she's an actor. Photo taken on the 17th of April 2010, and I was hellishly proud of her. I had my own degree stymied by abusers at Victoria University of Wellington, so it meant a lot to see, my daughters excel in academia. The 11th of July 2010. What year was that? The same year. It was great that Jasmine came to see Mum at the hospital, as she hadn't visited her very often at the home. Mum looked at Jazzy and patted her cheek with her hand and said, "Little one." So we all started to cry, as it was obvious Mum recognised Jasmine. It was very touching. My mother had a case of terminal lucidity and came back almost to life for an entire afternoon and evening before she slipped back into Gaga land, non-verbal, with Alzheimer's. So patting Jasmine on the face and calling her little one, which was her nickname for her, was miraculous. It was like her true spirit had come to the fore, and it was very, very touching. Here's a photo of them leaning over her pillow with much love. I wrote here, it was startling but magical that we got to say proper goodbyes 2 weeks before her actual death. The faces of evil, my Fu family of origin. Wow. They're not, well, my mother was really evil. My daughters are like halfway there, the way they've abandoned me when I'm getting old and frail, but they're not really evil, my daughters. They just don't give a fuck about me. It is what it is. Angela came on 26th of February, and this was taken in the morning before she flew back to New Zealand on the 28th of February. We were at the Brisbane Art Gallery Cafe, and I started crying because the last time we had taken photos there, Mum had been well and sitting with us at the cafe, and we'd had a lovely afternoon with her. I was struck by the irony, I guess. And my sister, always a bit of a sadist, didn't like me crying and called me out on it. But wow. It is what it is, isn't it? I've got no reason to be ashamed of my authentic emotions, by the way, just because they're all shut down in zombie land. Here's another photo of my mother with my eldest daughter, Crystal. Mum at Redlands Hospital, 18th of February 2010, a few weeks prior to her death on 7th of March 2010. She was really responsive, so we had a weird kind of impromptu party, telling her jokes and singing her songs. Yes, it was a lovely goodbye, actually, gifted by the gods, because she had terminal lucidity. The gerontologist had come, I was there when he arrived, to ask her a few questions or whatever, or check on her. And he said, how are you, Mrs. Shearer? And my mother replied really lucidly, "Oh, thank you, doctor, I'm very well." And he got such a fright, he jumped back from the bed. And he turned to me and he said, "It's on the chart that she's non-verbal and dying and past the point of no return." And I went, "Yeah, she's been non-verbal for months." I said, "I'm just as astonished as you are, doctor." He said, "I know what this is." I said, "What's that?" He said, "It's called terminal lucidity. Sometimes when patients just come back to their former energy, their spirit, their vivacity, and they're lucid again." Even he said it might only last a few hours. He said, "Go and get your kids and bring them down. It's your last chance to say goodbye to her while she's in her former right mind." So we did. It was a wonderful gift I gave to my mother, actually, because quite frankly, the way she treated me over the previous decade, she didn't deserve that much. But this is my shamanistic ways of honouring the spirit of my vicious family members and honouring all spirits, helping them transition into the light sometimes. I hope someone kind is with me for my transition, holding my hand at the end and making sure that I'm safe and protected, not being brutalised by medical staff. So I was too scared to take an ambulance to go to the hospital last night. That's how much I fear being brutalised. I guess if I could die quietly in my bed, it's not so bad. It'll be a nice, gentle, peaceful passage, I think. But meanwhile, I'm trying to stay alive for as long as I can and live my best and most joyous and triumphant and yummy, gorgeous and loving life with all my friends and, my doctor who I see every 2 weeks. I've got nothing else left, people of Earth, but holding on to my life, just really out of the long held habit of not giving in. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. I feel like hell today, but not as bad as I felt during the night. I actually thought I was not going to make it. So tonight I won't use the CPAP. I'll give my lungs a break until whatever congestion's eased. If it does ease, I hope it eases. And then I'll start back on it again, and I'll just get lots of rest and just keep breathing, baby girls and boys, just keep breathing. So, bye from Charlie and Tanya and my sacred space, Titania's realm garden, just dedicated to the fairies. I tell you what though, about 4 o'clock when I'd been praying for a while, I was like, if you're going to kill me, just kill me and let's be done with it. You've tortured me for long enough, and I can't keep going on like this. And I actually felt some spirit, and I don't know if it was a human spirit or a fairy but I felt this energy kind of sit down beside me on the bed, and they just said to me, just relax, you're gonna make it, you always do, and we love you, and just think about all the people that you really, really love, and just focus on that, concentrate on that, their faces and the way they look back at you and soak you in love too, and it got me through the night, babies. Got me through the night. So my angels, all my spirit guides, all my fairy protectors know how to get me through the night. Anyway, much love, aroha nui, big agape love from me to you, and hopefully in a few days I'll feel a little bit more my usual normal and feel better. So enjoy your day wherever you are in the space-time continuum. Bye for now.